In 2017, a 27-year-old woman in Oregon starts hearing breathing inside her house. But she lives alone. It starts off as little noises, stuff she thinks she imagined. But then, a neighbor tells her he saw someone looking out her upstairs window while she was at work. And when she finally figures out what's really going on, it's not just the scariest thing she's ever experienced. It's one of the most disturbing true stories I've ever come across. This story starts in Eugene, Oregon, a quiet town, lots of forest, kinda out in the middle of nowhere. A woman named Jessica Moore, she's 27 at the time, just inherited her grandmother's old house. Little two-story place, tucked into the trees. It's a bit run down, but she's excited. It's her first home. She moves in with her dog, Max. And for the first few weeks, things are fine. A little spooky at night. Creaky floorboards, flickering lights, but it's an old house. That stuff comes with the territory. But then, she starts noticing weird things. Like small, dumb things at first. A box of cereal in the pantry she swears she hadn't opened is suddenly almost empty. The toilet paper is going way too fast. She figures maybe she's just stressed, maybe she forgot. But then, one night, she smells cigarettes in the hallway. She doesn't smoke. No one she knows smokes. And that's when she starts to feel like something's off. A few nights later, she's lying in bed, scrolling on her phone, and her dog suddenly perks up, stares toward the closet. Jessica pauses whatever she's watching, and that's when she hears it. Breathing. Not loud, not gasping, just this soft, steady breathing, like someone standing just on the other side of the wall. She freezes. She's literally holding her breath to make sure it's not her own she's hearing. And then, it just stops. After a few minutes, she convinces herself it must have been the heater, or maybe the pipes. That's what we all do, right? Try to make it make sense. But from that night on, it keeps happening. Always around 2 or 3 in the morning, always from a different part of the house, the vent in the hallway, under the floorboards, even once, right behind her headboard. A few days go by, and she's still trying to brush it all off. Then her neighbor, this older guy named Bill, stops by. He lives down the road, maybe a quarter mile away. He says, "Hey, weird question. You got someone staying with you?" Jessica's like, "No, it's just me and Max." And Bill just kind of looks at her. Then he says, "Because I swear, I saw someone in your upstairs window yesterday, just standing there, looking out." Jessica goes cold. She'd been at work all day. That window, that's her bedroom. So now she's full-on freaked out. She calls the cops. They come over, do a sweep. No signs of forced entry. No one in the house. They check the attic. Empty. Doors, locks, windows. Nothing looks tampered with. The cops leave saying maybe it was a reflection, or maybe the neighbor was mistaken. But that night she doesn't sleep, and the next night, it gets worse. Around 3 a.m., she wakes up to Max barking like crazy. Not playful barking, angry, low growls. She flips on the light and sees that her closet door is wide open, and right there, just outside the closet, are muddy boot prints, fresh ones. That's when she remembers something. In the back of the closet, behind some boxes, there's this loose wooden panel. Her grandmother used to store decorations back there or something, but Jessica hadn't touched it since she moved in. The next morning, she calls her friend Mark and tells him everything. He comes over, and together they move all the stuff out of the closet. They pull off the panel, and behind it is a narrow crawl space. But it doesn't just go one way, it runs along the walls of the entire house. And what they find inside is horrifying. Old food wrappers, cigarette butts, a ratty sleeping bag, and a notebook. It's filled with handwritten notes. They're disorganized, rambling. But they all seem to focus on Jessica. Things like, she brushes her teeth at 9:17. She wears the pink pajamas when it's cold. She never checks the vent. He'd been watching her. For weeks, maybe months. And then on the last page, in huge letters, just 6 words. She knows. I need to move. Jessica never spent another night in that house. Police searched the crawl spaces, top to bottom, but the man was gone, based on the journal entries and food remains. They believe he had been living inside the walls for at least 6 months, possibly longer. And here's the part that messes her up the most. About 2 weeks after she left, and she gets a package in the mail, no return address, just her name. Inside Yoke is a camcorder, and on it is a single video file. It's footage of her, sleeping. The angle looks like it was filmed from a vent, and at the very end of the video, there's a whisper, so quiet you almost miss it. It says, "I'll find another way in." Some people break into houses to steal stuff, others to hurt, but this guy, he broke in just to live there, quiet, hidden, watching, and the scariest part, he might still be out there, maybe already inside someone else's walls. So, if you hear breathing, or knocks in the night, or maybe you just have the gut feeling something isn't right, if I were you, I wouldn't ignore it.